which means FB has become very old. The reasons that the students gave out is, it was pretty more shocking. They told like FB is only for old people. FB is only for our parents, for our grandparents. That's what the reply that I got from the students. Which means their generation, they have started using Insta. Yes, LinkedIn, though a professional website, and other social networking, the recent social networking websites as their main source of collaboration or main source of exchange of ideas. How about your usage on these social networking sites? You told you're very active on all these social networking sites. Yes, one person even told like he's active on everything like FB, LinkedIn, Insta, WhatsApp, whatever it may be. How do you use it? How do you use it? What's your usage? Okay, 11,000 connects on LinkedIn. Good, very good. Can you make this webinar more interactive? Okay, using it for interactions. Good, interactions. Okay. To whom do you interact, Mr. Prashant? To whom do you interact? With professionals. Okay, with professionals. Good. Then
like-minded people, professionals.
okay, like-minded people, professionals, like-minded
And
people.
LinkedIn is more, now it is becoming a bit of Facebook and Insta, which it shouldn't become actually, but it is still having a professional touch to it. So
Okay.
we get good amount of content. It is more
Okay, maybe you
professional.
have a good number of resources in it.
Yeah.
Okay, if it comes to students or even for your professionals, you have a vast amount of resources to share, knowledge purpose, connection with people of your own field, especially LinkedIn. When you hunt for a job, LinkedIn becomes the master. No, he becomes the boss in guiding you, in helping you to lead. Okay, so these are the usages. How many of you use these social networking sites in your classroom? Use these FB, Insta, or LinkedIn. You use it in your classroom for teaching something. It could be the full language skills, or it could be anything, even for teaching a poem, teaching a novel, the novel techniques, anything of that sort, or maybe creating an awareness, the current affairs, GK, general knowledge. What do you mean by using it in classroom? Okay, maybe I can help you with an example. Not now, not very recently, but almost 7 years back when I was working at the Agriculture College of Engineering, we created a group on FB. We, in the sense, I was the facilitator because I always call myself as a facilitator rather than a teacher. We are not teachers. We facilitate that language communication to happen in a classroom. Okay? So I, being the facilitator, all the other students, the rest of the students, the whole class, they joined the Facebook group. Okay, so I created a group. So we had all sorts of activities taking place inside the group. So just like how we have Teams now, how we have Moodle Classroom now, something of that sort. I used FB. So that's what I'm asking. Did you use the social networking sites as a group, or did you create any group, or did you use it as a platform where you interact with students in your classroom? I got one thumbs up already. Yes, good.
Ma'am, mostly we don't because we are afraid of students getting distracted. They might look at something else when we ask them to look at the Facebook group. And they
Okay.
will, of course, get notifications, which is quite
Ah,
distracting. So, that fear always is associated with using mobile phones even to teach in classrooms. If we were to use mobile pedagogy also, we're
mm,
actually scared if students will get distracted. Will they stay focused? So, that question is always bothering the facilitator or the teacher in class.
okay. If not this teaching methodology, or you being there in the, you being not there in the group, don't you think the students will be exposed to all these things?
Yes, of course they are, ma'am. But the point is during class, during those 45 to 50 minutes, if they get
Mm,
distracted, then
mm.
there will be no point in teaching a particular topic also. They might not even listen to
Don't
it.
you think that it's very easy for us to monitor that they don't get distracted? Do you think that's difficult for you? Because we language teachers, we always walk around the classroom. Okay, it's not like standing on
Yes,
one
yes,
side
of
or
course.
to the blackboard and giving the lecture for 1 hour. No, we don't do that. We have the
Yes,
habit of walking around. Yes. In that case, don't you think we can start that kind of distraction? I'm just asking.
but still, ma'am, if it's a large classroom,
Okay, it
then
is
it will
tough.
probably be difficult. Yeah, because you can't keep looking at everybody. You can't keep looking into everybody's phone. That will be
Mm,
difficult in case of a large classroom because there will be students sitting close by and
mm.
one might be hiding behind the other. So you can't, of
Okay,
course,
okay, I
see through
understand,
what's
ma'am.
happening.
Mm,
Yes, ma'am.
I understand. I understand.
Okay. I would like to share my experience, Jayashree.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is Pradyuman.
Yeah,
I
tell me, sir. Sorry.
have been teaching soft skills to the students of business, BBA.
Mm,
So what I do as a part of curriculum, we have social networking
mm.
as a part of curriculum. So very
Okay.
first session of the semester,
Mm,
so I have 15 minutes orientation.
mm,
After that, 15 minutes, I explain them what is LinkedIn and how it is used for professional networking.
mm,
And then remaining half an hour, I
mm,
tell them to create their account,
mm.
send friend requests to their classmates,
Good, very good.
and fill in all basic informations in their profile
Profile,
and
the profile. Okay.
have a
Mm.
professional photograph there. So
Okay,
once
good.
they
That's
show
good.
it to me, and then it is time bound task, they have to complete this in 25 minutes and show it to me for that class attendance. Otherwise,
Mm.
they will not be marked present.
Okay,
And they
good,
are
good.
aware that if they don't get 80% attendance, they are not allowed to sit for
Loud.
exams.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
true. Mm.
And then it's a 2 credit subject. Every week I have 2 sessions. So every
Okay.
week after second lecture, so let's say second lecture, which is of 1 hour, after 50 minutes, I tell them to have one post of this week's learning.
Mm.
And there are conditions mentioned that they have to write minimum 100 words. They have to post one photograph or share one video from YouTube. Or so there are, sort of rubrics which I have prepared. And
Mm,
again,
mm,
the
mm.
condition is same that the post is to be done in last 10 minutes. So I announce it after
Okay.
15 minutes that today's learning is done and now it's
Mm.
time for LinkedIn post. And they have to
Okay.
post and show it to me to get the attendance. Again, same rule.
Okay,
So
good.
this is
That's
how
good.
I have been doing. I experimented it last year, and this year I have, made it more clear. Have introduced rubrics. Have included
Mm.
this as a part of 10 marks assignment. So
Okay.
they, at the end of the semester, they have to show me a presentation of
Mm.
15 posts which they have done. So
Mm.
they can do more posts, but they are supposed to select 15 posts which they think they have done best in
Mm.
terms of
Mm.
content, in terms of
Mm.
showing their learning, in terms of getting the likes, in terms
Mm.
of sharing video or learning of the subject.
Mm.
So indirectly, they are sharing something which they are learning of the subject, plus they are also socializing professionally on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And last year, this helped two of the students out of 60. Yeah, this is very, small number, but two students got internship offers out
Okay.
of this.
Oh,
So that's how I have included this now, this time as a part of assignment. So it's a graded 10-mark activity for them.
okay. That's
So this
excellent.
is what I have done. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, this system that is being shared, it looks very systematic. Okay. Regularly monitored. It demands discipline, and there is no way that students can go astray. There is no way, because there is a check on their attendance, as he told. 80% of attendance. Else, like we also in the IT university, we say it is debarred. It is debarred. They cannot appear for the GAT. So it's all very systematically done, and more of discipline is required for that. Hats off, Mr. Pradyuman. Good. Any other sharing?
Yeah, ma'am. Can I share something
Yes,
like,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Uh, like for me, I feel that, like we cannot do away from social media. It has already become a part and parcel of our everyday life. And
Okay.
moreover, I think it got the increased use of social media became more relevant from the COVID time onwards. I feel, because all the classes, the normal physical classes, got changed into online classes. So that was also one factor that have really made all of us more affluent to, all this online and social media. So I always, in the sense, I have a social media group with my PG students, with students, and I also have, I sometimes also have Google Classroom, to track on their assignment and class notes. So I mean, we cannot now say in any way that it's classroom is just the whiteboard teaching or something, or the lecture method, but we are really using all these different method of ICTs, to make the class more interactive and engaging, and I think in that way, what internet and social media is really helpful. Yeah,
Good. Good. Thanks for your sharing, Ms. Meena. Okay. Coming
yeah,
up to
thank
the
you.
next criteria. So you told like two of us, they shared as to how they use these social networking sites in classroom, how it is being used and how the students are benefited. Now coming to the very last point, the pros and cons, the advantages and disadvantages. Now, how much are the students excited to join a group in social networking sites, that too with their own teacher? What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of this?
Ma'am, one is more social student involvement. I mean, the moment you say you have to open your phones and do this, they're very excited about it.
Mm.
So that makes probably learning and the teaching process more enjoyable.
Okay, good. That is an advantage. Okay, more of
Yeah,
student
that's
involvement.
one advantage. Yeah, more
Like the
student
teacher just
involvement.
posting the question. Okay, so the facilitator just posting the question of the activity. Like
Yeah,
it is say 10% of the facilitator, 90% of the students' interaction or the involvement, as you say. Good.